Update. My obedient family worldwide una get twally. Another matter arising. We all know say the beef when it dey between Father MBAKA and Peter Obi. Not be this generation, not be they go for settle the fight. Peter Obi not even the get quarrel with Father MBAKA. I don't know where pastor or in the body of Christ is the concern with politicians. When you see say politician and pastor begin to get beef, not say that the money they don't share well. Now they make on the verse. We all remember say this same Father MBAKA. Now if say he prophesy that time say even Oga Bubu when he enter comot so say Buhari no go win 2015 election. Now Buhari te enter control 8 years. Right now so he really sit down on top of Peter Obi neck. Like say maybe I don't know the God when he call him. Because if not our Baba God know the cry of our meanwhile Nigerians. But the one when Father MBAKA they cry for, the one when they fight with Peter Obi, I not really understand. Make it not be saying na Aproko boss lady una the year for a month. Make una stay to make I show una another update when it should be for social media. This one are from TVC News. So hey, as they don't answer. Oh yeah, stay to make we all see what happen, guys.
Thank you very much for staying with us. Now let's begin with the unholy alliance between politics and religion regarding the 2023 elections. After conclusion of the elections, it appears religion continues to interfere with politics. The spiritual director of the Adoration Ministry in Enugu, Nigeria, Reverend Father Ejike MBAKA, has warned those attacking him, especially on social media, that he will keep talking. Father MBAKA insists that social media cannot control the voice of prophecy, while referring to Peter Obi's loss in the 2023 presidential election. Father MBAKA said a lot of noise on social media about someone does not mean the majority will win the votes. Gentlemen, I mean, we thought Father MBAKA was done talking for a moment, but looks like we're still here.
No, he's not the sort of person that you can gag. Even the Catholic Church has tried its best. Beyond expelling him, I don't think you can stop Father MBAKA from getting involved in politics, from speaking his mind. And he clearly is not loved by supporters of Peter MBAKA. And the feeling is mutual. He also does not love them. And the more you abuse him, the more he steps out to say those things that you won't enjoy listening to. And he's told us that Obi will never be president of Nigeria, and that having people make so much noise about you on social media does not guarantee you electoral victory. It's not the sort of thing that obedience wants to hear. In fact, they've told us that Peter Obi actually won the election, which in my view will amount to the 8th wonder of the world. For a man who couldn't win a single Nigerian state dominated by Muslims, to imagine can win an election is just, it's strange to me, this kind of optimism. I know a lot of people in politics are extremely optimistic. But Peter Obi did not win the election. So I've said it repeatedly, a gun to my neck, I will say it. He didn't win the election. And if things stayed the way they were before the election, he will still not be able to win. He won't have 25% in enough states to take him to Aso Rock. And he will not win enough states. Peter Obi is the southern version of Muhammadu Buhari pre-2015. Muhammadu Buhari, before 2015, dominated the elections in northern Nigeria. But he couldn't win the election. He contested 3 times and failed. And people talk about the usual 12 million votes waiting for Buhari. The only time Buhari didn't get 12 million votes, largely from northern Nigeria, was when he had to contest against Yaradua. Both of them were from the same state, so Yaradua defeated him, it took a good chunk of what will have gone to him. The framers of the Constitution, yes, they were not perfect, but they've made it impossible for you to be president of Nigeria if your support is not across the board. If you don't have cross-country support, you cannot be president of Nigeria. You know, Buhari even scored more votes than Obi, yet he could not be president. Buhari even won more states than Obi, yet he could not be president. So this is you must have support everywhere. And this last election has shown us that you don't even need to win every state. If you are competitive, coming second here, coming second there, coming second there, you know, coming first where you can, and coming second where you couldn't come first, and a close second in most places, you are nearer the prize. And that's what we've seen. Peter Obi did not win the election. They don't like it when I say it, but I will say it all the same. I wish him good luck in the tribunal.
All right, Mayor.
I can understand the relationship between supporters of Peter Obi and Father MBAKA, because Father MBAKA's problem with Obi preceded the last election. They've always had issues. I think he once accused Obi of not being supportive of the ministry, whereas the ministry have done things for them and trying to use the ministry when it was convenient for him. So he has always criticized Obi. It's just that now anybody that criticizes Obi gets attacked by the obedience. So it's a normal thing for them now to go for him because they see him as anti-Obi. But I would just want to stress that BKO is trying to raise Obi to a level that he has not reached. The level that he has with the southern voters is different from what Muhammad Buhari used to have, when he used to have these 12 million voters among the northerners. Obi is lucky that he came at a time that he represents the interests of different groups for different reasons. If the circumstances are different, he won't perform as good as that. In the 2019 election, he was the running mate to Atiku. He did not deliver those such votes for Atiku. So it's not as if there's something fantastic about Obi. No. It's just that he was lucky that he came at a time when, one, the young people were angry with the system. They needed a symbol that will represent their interests. And he was available. Out of all the competing people, he was the one that suits the kind of agenda that the youth wanted. So they adopted him. It's not as if, that was why they voted for Obi, but they could not transfer that vote to the Labour Party. That's why the fact that Obi won in 12 states or 11 states and Abuja, he could not deliver states to the Labour Party, the platform where he contested. They won only one state.
The governorship election.
Yeah, the governorship election. Because those who supported him, the obedient movement, is different from their loyalty is not to the Labour Party. They are not members of the party. They are not supporters of the party. They just saw Obi representing their interests and they voted for him. Second, because of the Muslim ticket, a lot of clerics and church leaders felt there is need to fight against the Muslim ticket. Again, they saw Obi as the best option for them to represent that interest of fighting against the Muslim ticket. So then the third one is the Igbos. The Igbo ethnic group has been complaining of marginalization. They have not produced the president and blah, blah, blah. So they saw a candidate who is Igbo, who is in the midst of things, who has a lot of support across spectrum, and they gave him their votes en bloc. So because of circumstances, was able to do very well. So Obi should not even deceive himself as a superstar. By the time he comes back in another 4 years, it's a different ball game altogether, because the circumstances are different. Even in Lagos, those are the things that about the ethnicity, religion. Those are the things that work for him. So it's not as if, so I can understand what Father MBAKA is saying. Father MBAKA told him long time that he cannot be president. The way Nigeria is now, I can't see Obi being president.
Shebi una don hear everything when it happen. When una see say father, reverend father, pastor, prophet, bishop, they fight inside politics money. No say na they not share when and they cause quarrel. Wetin Father MBAKA need to do now? If you dey vex, you dey beef anybody, abeg carry am outside body of Christ, because na part of all this una criminality dey cause quarrel. When make am be say many people no call dey believe on our pastors inside church. Now all this kind of basbos, now we know the 1 year. If you dey beef anybody, go beef them outside your church premises, not before on top altar of God. You go your own mic, you know say you dey lie. You go see they beef yourself, they talk, they tell yourself say na true, you dey talk. Be when be the meanwhile Nigerians, we no go want accept and it's unacceptable to see say pastor in the body of Christ, they won't spoil Baba God name. Also say you won't get small peanuts or favor from politicians. We also say right now, so where Ogatibu enter. You the one use body still go back for year. We don't need that more. I beg, leave Peter Obi alone, because Peter Obi not be the problem when he caused the one with this. So he himself the one repair the country, not being scattered Nigerians like this. So anyway, guys, my humble people, wait till na reason. As he be say, Father MBAKA don't carry another update. So when it's shocking, loud though for everybody here. I remain your humble and loyal girl, Proko Boss Lady, aka the Boss Lady TV. Keep supporting your girl by sharing this video and your opinion, and let it go where they see you all on my next episode. And bye bye.